Okay, so first and foremost, I will write down a number 384500. This is the number. Can anyone read this number for me? What is this number? What is the value of this number that I have written? In lakh place values, we don't read place values. We go for a unit, 10, 100,000, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 million, 100 million, and so on. This is 384,500. What is this value? 300 and 500. This is called ordinary notation. A notation in which you write the value as it is. Is this clear? Now I will write it in a different form. 38450. Is this right or is this wrong? So 384,500. I've written it 38450 to 10. Is it still the same number or a different number? Is it still the same number or not? Still the same number, just written in a different form. Can we agree to this? If you multiply by 10, so what do? You just put another 0 and you will get 384,500. Is this clear? If you are having confusion about it, हम calculator में देख लेते हैं, इसको डालते हैं, and 38450 times 10 will give me 384,500. Is it still the same number? But this number has been written in a different form. Now I will write it in another form. 3845. Still the same number, written in a different form. Now this one, can I write it like this? 3845. Still the same number, written in a different form. Now observe closely. Where is the decimal initially? Initially the decimal is at the very end. Is that right? I have moved the decimal to the left. It comes over here and I get 10 to the power as 1. I move it again more to the left and the power of 10 increases to 2. Do you see this? Now what if I would have reduced the number further? If I write 384.5, how else can I write it? Into 10 to the power cube. Is it still the same number? Still the same number, written in a different form. So at the same number, if I am moving the decimal to the left, when we move the decimal to the left, what happens to this number? This number is being reduced. The overall value is staying the same, but this number is being reduced in value. Is this right or wrong? So if we are making this number smaller, the power of 10 is, what is happening to the power of 10? It is increasing so that the overall value does not change. Number को छोटा करेंगे तो 10 की power बढ़ जाएगी, so that the overall value does not change. Any other way of writing the same number? Any other way of writing the same number? बताओ. 38.45 times 10 to the power 4. Do you see the trend? इसी तरह if I write 3.845 into 10 to the power 5. Similarly, 0. Similarly, is this right or wrong? All these values are the same. Okay, can anyone read this for me? What is this written? 0.3845 into 10 to the power 6. Let's make it easy for us. When I say into 10 to the power, For these 5 words, we'll use a single word which is called exponent. How will we read this? 0.3845 exponent 6. 0.03845 exponent 7. Any other way of writing the same number? 0.003845. Is this right? So all of these values, what are these values? It's still the same value. If I write even the last answer, 0.00, okay, I write it this way, 0.003845. Even the calculator is a single button for exponent. Exponent 8 into 10 to the power, the calculator has a single button which is called exponent. Still get the same value, 384,500. Does the value change? So that means it's still the same value written in different form. The further you move the decimal to the left, the more the power of 10 there is. जितने decimal places आप left move करेंगे उतनी ही 10 की power आपको increase करके लिखनी पड़ेगी, so that the overall value does not change. All these formats, all these forms are right. We can write any of these forms, but what is the standard form or the scientific notation out of all these forms? वो तो ordinary notation. Only this is the standard form or scientific notation. Very good. Q, why is the question? When we have this first number, if I write any number in this form such that I write it as a product of the exponent, and the first number has to be greater than or equal to 1 or less than 10. Only then is it called standard form or scientific notation. The pehla jo number is, this has to be greater than or equal to 1 and it has to be less than 10. Only this is the one that I have highlighted is the standard form or the scientific notation. Is this clear? So if you write any number in such a way, इसको क्या कहेंगे, किसी भी number को factorize करके लिखें, such that I have an exponent separately and the numbers separately. So this value has to be greater than or equal to 1 and less than 10. Only then can I call it standard form or scientific notation. All other forms are absolutely right and correct. For the sake of working, we can write in any particular form. But for the final answer, which has to be given in a standard form, we have to make sure that the first number is less than equal to 10, sorry, less than 10 or greater than equal to 1. लिख लो. I'll write another number 0.000429. Now let's try to write it the same number in a different form. This is ordinary notation. If I move the decimal to the right, वो फाइनल आंसर तुम बिल्कुल सही बता रहे हो. If I move the one decimal to the right, मेरे पास 3, I will be left with 3 zeros, 429 and 10 to the power -1. Why? If I'm moving the decimal to the right, I am increasing the value of this number. तो मुझे exponent की value या exponent की power, I'll have to reduce it. इसी तरह if I would have moved it another decimal place, 0.00429, exponent would have been -2. Another decimal place, 0.0429, exponent -3. 0.429, exponent -4. 4.29, exponent -5. 42.9, exponent -6. 429, exponent -7. Now, all of these are the same value. The value is still 0.400000429. Which of these is the standard form or the scientific notation? This one. How many decimal places did we move the decimal to the right? 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So we reduced the power by 5. There was no power of 10 initially. 10 had a power 0. उससे फिर हमने 5 भी reduced. We ended up getting 10 to the power -5. Is this clear? Write it down, note it down. If you are unable to understand it, let me know. Following numbers have to be written in standard form. How do we do that? Where is the decimal right now for this one? Very good, very good. Right now the decimal is at the very end. I want to move it to left. अगर मैं left move कर रहा हूं, that means I'm reducing the number. How many decimal do I want to move to the left? 3. So exponent में मुझे I'll have to increase by 3. 4 exponent. Is this right? Okay, I'll just take another step for you people as well. Can I write it 4,000 as 4 into 1,000? That is 4,000, right? And 1,000 can be written as 10 cube. We get the standard form. Same. Is this clear or not? We are skipping this step and making it easy for us just by moving the decimal to the right or the left. Is this clear? Number, if you increase the number, you reduce the exponent. If you decrease the number, you increase the exponent so that the overall value does not change. Is this clear? What about this one, 560? How many decimal places do I want it to move? The decimal is at the very end. One decimal place. Okay, if I move one decimal place, where will the decimal end up? यहाँ पर है मेरा decimal. एक decimal से तो 56 बनेगा. So 2 decimal places I'll have to move. To the left, 5.6. And what will be the exponent? 2. So the value stays the same. Right now, we are only changing form. What about this one? How many decimals? Make it easy for us. Into 10 की power. I've told you another word for it. Exponent. 7. Exponent. दोबारा देखो how many decimal places you want to move. कितने इसमें कितने move करने? Let's see, the decimal is at the very end. 5 decimal places, 3 zeros and then 5 and then another one. So this will be 7 exponent 5. 7.0, like that's the same thing. Does the value differ numerically? 7.0 or 7, are they different numerical values? It's the same numerical value, right? If I write 7 or 7.0, numerically it's the same thing, isn't it? In physics and in other subjects, they are of some significance, but right now we are only focused on the numerical value. Is this clear? Okay, we'll do the next 3 relatively quickly. Okay, yes, this one, jaldi se shabash. 50. Sabko, I have to convert all the following numbers into standard form. Very good, 5 exponent 1. Can I just write 5 into 10? Nobody has a problem with this. But if you write it as a power 1, nobody will scold you, nobody will mark it wrong, don't worry about it. But you can just write it as 10 as well, it's still the same thing. What about this one? How many decimal places do I need to move to convert this into standard form? 3 to the left, so I will increase the exponent, 4.213 exponent 3. What have I done? 4.213, I have reduced the number, haven't I? 4,213, I have made 4.213. So if I reduce the number, I have to increase the exponent so that the overall value does not change. What about this one? Number, what is the number? 2.7, very good, exponent 3. The decimal is at the end, bete. 1, 2 and 3. What is our ultimate target? To make this number less than 10 and greater than 1. Is that right? The moment we get that by moving the decimal places, we stop it at that particular instant. हो सकता है 1000 भी हो सकता है एक्सपोनेंट, एक्सपोनेंट जितना चाहे हो सकता है, एक्सपोनेंट की कोई लिमिट नहीं है. डोंट वरी अबाउट द एक्सपोनेंट. 236. 2 क्यों? 2.36 Why change the value right now? We are not trying to round off anything. So please make sure you're not rounding off right now. 2.36 exponent 2. What about this one? Again 2.36. So what is the exponent now? 3. If I write 2.36 or 2.360, do they mean the same thing? ऐसा ही है ना? So why write a 0 if we know numerically? Now what about this one? 0.12. What will I get? कहाँ मूव करना है डेसिमल, राइट और लेफ्ट? राइट. सो एक्सपोनेंट कम करना पड़ेगा. Okay, what about this one? खाली एक्सपोनेंट -3. Very good. The decimal is over here. We'll move it 3 decimal to the right. 7 exponent -3. Clear? What about this one? 1.007 exponent -1. Well done. एक ही decimal move किया आपने right पे. So you have reduced the exponent by 1. Remember, all of these did not have an exponent. That means they initially had 10 to the power 0. So 0 से हम बढ़ाए और 0 से कम कर रहे हैं. So that is why the values are very easy for us, right? Is this clear? What about this one? 12 10 से बड़ा हो जाएगा. So we have to be careful. The number has to be less than 10. 1.2 exponent -4. Is this clear? Abhi isme we learn a few things. Million. What does million mean? How many zeros there are in a million? How many zeros there are in a million? 6 zeros होते हैं million में. How many zeros are there in a million? 6 zeros, right? So 2, 1, 2, 3. Or we know million can be directly written as, if there are 6 zeros, both mean the same thing. A million means 6 zeros. Yeah, exponent 6, both mean exactly the same thing. Kilo means 1000 or exponent 3. What about the next one? इसमें जरा और से देखना. If I write million as an exponent 6, have I got the answer in standard form? Is it in standard form? The value is correct. I have got an exponent, but this is not standard form. Why is it not standard form? Very good. ये number 1 से छोटा है. The number is lesser than 1. So do I want to increase this number or do I want to decrease it? इसको बड़ा करना है. So if I'll have to move the decimal to the right. If I'll move it to the right, what will I have to do to the exponent? Very good. उसको कम करना पड़ेगा. अब 0 से नहीं कर रहे हम. So 1 exponent 6 में से I will have to subtract 1. अब 0 से नहीं कर रहे. So that is why we have to be careful. So 1 exponent 5. Is this clear? So please be calm and cool about other forms as well. Do not stress yourself, but just worry about giving the final answer in standard form. What about part O? 5.62. Okay, right now I'll write it to all the significant figures. Exponent 5. These we'll do 3 more parts. Yes, 23.006. Now what? Exponent 4. Yes, how many decimal places? Are you moving it to the left or are you moving it to the right? Left left 2.3, one decimal place to the left, exponent -1, simple. About this, टू सही है सही। इसमें भी सॉरी -1 नहीं, इसमें +1 होगा, माय बैड, +1 होगा। हमने लेफ्ट पे मूव किया है। If we reduce the number, we'll have to increase the exponent. 4.703 exponent 2. What about part R? Where are you moving the decimal? Right. You are increasing the number. Number बड़ा कर रहे हो तो exponent छोटा करना पड़ेगा so that the value stays the same. Is this clear? समझ आ गई ये बात? Yes, we have been provided with the exponent and we need to convert it into ordinary notation. How will we do that? अगर exponents के जो होती है normal values which we had in the previous question, we had the ordinary notation, we converted it into scientific notation or standard form. In this one, they have given us the standard form or other forms and they have asked us to convert it into ordinary notation. अब exponent 2 का क्या मतलब है? This means 100. If we multiply with positive exponents, we will have to move the decimal to the right. Positive exponent से multiply करके we'll move the decimal to the right. So what is this value then? 320. दो decimal right पे move करोगे. Right now the decimal is over here. One decimal and then another decimal, so you'll end up getting 320. Algebra के साथ कैसे करोगे? सोचना सही है. I know numerical values you can do, but understand what I'm trying to explain so that when you have algebra or such questions to कर लो. What about this one? decimal to the right, 4670. What about this one? 13.0 or just write it as 13. Both mean the same thing. Okay, my question. A, B, C are all three parts. The question are the values given in the question standard form. A, B, C के तीनों parts में. C is not in standard form. Why not? 1.3 is ये सवाल में जो value है. Answer तो none of these are in standard form. These are ordinary notations. But in the question, all three are in standard form. What about D, E, F? F is not in standard form. So they have given us another form, but it is in with an exponent. ठीक हो गया? Standard form नहीं, exponent है लगा हुआ. No need to worry, we can still convert it. क्या हो गया? How many decimal places do I need to move now? 6 to the right. Right? तो क्या बनेगा आंसर? 5, 6, 3, 2 and then 3 zeros. Is this right? What about this one? 4 decimals to the right. 6, 7, 2, 0. Is this right? And then this one. 3 decimals to the right. So 1, 2, 4 and then 0, 0. Is this clear? Let's do a few negative exponents as well. Yes, exponent -2. Where will the decimal go when we have a negative exponent? We'll move the decimal to the left. Very good. So 2 decimal places to the left, 0.03612. 1 decimal to the left, 0.147. And then this one, positive exponents, 2 decimal to the right, 6530. Is this clear?